game. On the return, Isaiah Rogers. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. Defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
McCarthy throwing here. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. Down to the 10. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Returnable from the 1. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And I guess they've had enough of this possession. They've got the punter out there on first down. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So first down from the 41. From the shotgun, McCarthy. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Script. For success. They'll keep pressing the advantage too until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Partner, I'm not sure I understand the strategy here. It looks like they're lining up for a field goal. This from 28 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they come away with some points on that series.
How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. At 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And we'll be out way back on that return. Not even up to the 10, but inside at his own 9-yard line.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff.
you could with me. We could hang out, do the day with me. I'm trying to be a man that could stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You could spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to give back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, and we can go and make sounds that
Call you Dale, cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Justin, singing love from my face depression. Ground control with a soul like Chloe, and I'm chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm the good or bad. High to the scar in his range. Really got a ball that'll ever get.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Simple drag route here, right. Because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now McCarthy. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
It couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And running with power here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Their own 36-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medal. For trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the air with McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
He'll swing this out to Sampson. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 right.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go check. Come on. Set. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 Tiger.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. It rips off a nice run there.
Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go now.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Warrior 70. 18, Rattler. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
They'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 72.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here's McCarthy. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dylan Sampson, 26 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay,
from Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ready, set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcat. Here we go. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. '70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Ready.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5. McCarthy operating from the gun. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, Sampson. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get so. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. White son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. up for small liberty. In the land of the free, cops stopping the fleet. You'll be looking at me